Changing your mindset from scarcity to abundance is the foundational step toward transforming your life and unlocking opportunities that may have seemed out of reach. Scarcity thinking is rooted in fear and limitation. It convinces you that there isn't enough to go around, that resources are finite, and that if someone else succeeds, you lose. This kind of thinking traps you in a cycle of worry, comparison, and resistance to growth. But abundance mindset flips this belief on its head. It says there is more than enough. Enough success, enough happiness, enough wealth, and enough opportunities for you and for everyone else. The first challenge is recognizing when scarcity thinking is running your life. It often shows up as negative self-talk, jealousy, fear of taking risks, or an unwillingness to share your knowledge or resources. You might find yourself thinking, there's not enough time, I'll never have what I want, or if I succeed, someone else will be left behind. These thoughts limit your creativity and block your ability to seize new opportunities. Jim Rohn often emphasized that your life is shaped by what you focus on. So if your focus is on lack, lack is exactly what you'll experience. To shift away from scarcity, you must deliberately choose to see the world through a lens of possibility. This starts with belief, believing that abundance exists and that you are deserving of it. When you believe that the universe is generous and that there is a vast supply of good things available, you begin to open your mind to new opportunities and solutions you hadn't noticed before. This mindset is not about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about trusting that even in difficulty, there are possibilities for growth and improvement. One powerful way to foster an abundance mindset is to focus on gratitude. When you appreciate what you already have, you rewire your brain to notice the good instead of the gaps. Gratitude reminds you of the wealth present in your life right now, whether it's relationships, talents, experiences, or even simple comforts. Jim Rohn taught that happiness is not something you postpone for the future. It is something you design for the present. Designing a mindset of abundance means being grateful today, which naturally attracts more blessings. Another key to cultivating abundance thinking is to stop comparing yourself to others. Comparison feeds scarcity by making you feel like there's a limited pie and that someone else's success diminishes your own. But the truth is, success and abundance don't work like that. There's no fixed amount of wealth, happiness, or opportunity. When you cheer on others and celebrate their victories, you reinforce your own belief in abundance. Jim Rohn's wisdom reminds us that don't join an easy crowd, you won't grow. Go where the expectations and the demands to perform are high. Surround yourself with people who inspire and motivate you, rather than trigger comparison and envy. Mindset shift also requires rewiring your language and self-talk. The words you use shape your beliefs. Replace I can't with how can I. Replace I don't have enough with how can I create more. These subtle shifts create new neural pathways that reinforce abundance rather than scarcity. Jim Rohn understood the power of language when he said, either you run the day or the day runs you. Taking control of your thoughts and words is how you start running your life toward abundance. You also have to overcome fear, fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of loss. That scarcity mindset feeds on. Fear convinces you to play it safe, hold back your talents, and avoid risks. But abundance thinking encourages calculated risk-taking and viewing failures as stepping stones rather than dead ends. When you trust that the universe has more to offer, fear loses its grip and you find the courage to pursue bigger goals. Lastly, an abundance mindset is about generosity and sharing. When you believe there's enough to go around, you're more willing to give your time, knowledge, or resources freely. This generosity isn't just about charity, it's about creating a positive cycle of giving and receiving that multiplies abundance for everyone involved. Jim Rohn said, giving is better than receiving because giving starts the receiving process. By giving, you reinforce your belief in abundance and invite more blessings into your own life. Changing your mindset from scarcity to abundance takes practice, patience, and commitment, but it's the most powerful step you can take. When you believe there's enough to go around, you free yourself from fear and limitation and open the door to a life filled with possibility, growth, and genuine fulfillment. This shift in perspective transforms how you see yourself, others, and the world, setting the stage for lasting success and happiness. Gratitude is a powerful and often underestimated force that can radically transform your experience of life and open the doors to abundance. When you practice gratitude regularly, you shift your focus from what's missing to what's already present and good in your life. This simple change in perspective rewires your brain to notice opportunities, blessings, and resources that you might otherwise overlook. So Jim Rohn frequently reminded us that happiness and success don't come from acquiring more, but from appreciating more of what you already have. Gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's a discipline, a daily habit that aligns your mindset with abundance. The foundation of gratitude is recognizing that everything you have, your health, relationships, skills, experiences, and even challenges, plays a role in your growth and success. When you start your day by reflecting on what you're thankful for, you cultivate a sense of contentment and positivity that fuels motivation and resilience. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or settling for less. Rather, it means choosing to see life through a lens that acknowledges the good, even amidst difficulty. Jim Rohn taught that learn how to be happy with what you have while you pursue all that you want. Gratitude allows you to find joy in the present moment while maintaining the drive to improve your future. Practicing gratitude also helps you overcome the scarcity mindset, which focuses on lack and limitation. Scarcity thinking breeds worry and fear, which creates stress and shut down creativity. On the other hand, gratitude expands your awareness and brings a sense of fullness and sufficiency. When your heart is full of appreciation, it's harder to dwell on what's missing. This shift changes your energy, attracting more positive experiences and people into your life. Jim Rohn understood that your emotional state is a key to your results. Your personal philosophy is the greatest determining factor in how your life works out. One practical way to cultivate gratitude is through journaling. Writing down a few things you are thankful for each day, no matter how small, helps cement this habit. It trains your mind to look for good, and over time it becomes automatic. You begin to notice the little things, the smile of a stranger, a helpful conversation, the comfort of your home, that add richness to your life. This daily ritual also acts as a buffer during tough times, reminding you that even in hardship, there are reasons to be grateful. Gratitude also strengthens your relationships. When you express appreciation to others, whether it's family, friends, colleagues, or even strangers, you deepen your connections and create an environment of mutual respect and goodwill. People are naturally drawn to those who recognize their efforts and value their presence. Jim Rohn pointed out that you cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. Gratitude changes your direction by improving how you relate to others, opening doors to collaboration, support, and new opportunities. Another important effect of gratitude is how it impacts your health and well-being. Scientific studies have shown that grateful people experience lower levels of stress and depression, better sleep, and improved immune function. Jim Rohn's emphasis on taking care of your body and mind aligns perfectly with the practice of gratitude. When you nurture a grateful heart, you foster emotional resilience and physical vitality, which empower you to pursue your goals with greater energy and enthusiasm. Gratitude also fuels your motivation to give and contribute. When you appreciate what you have, you're more inclined to share your blessings with others, creating a cycle of abundance. Jim Rohn famously said, "Giving is better than receiving because giving starts the receiving process." This principle highlights that gratitude isn't just about receiving gifts from life, it's also about becoming a channel of generosity. Giving strengthens your sense of purpose and connection, which in turn attracts more abundance into your life. Finally, gratitude keeps you grounded and humble. It reminds you that no matter how much success you achieve, there are always sources of support and grace beyond yourself. This humility keeps you open to learning and growing, avoiding the arrogance and complacency that can block progress. Jim Rohn's wisdom was clear. Humility is not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. Gratitude helps you balance confidence with humility, creating a mindset that welcomes abundance while respecting the journey. Incorporating gratitude into your daily life is a simple yet profound way to manifest abundance. It shifts your internal state, influences your relationships, improves your health, and opens the flow of giving and receiving. By committing to this practice, you align yourself with the natural laws of abundance and set the stage for lasting success and fulfillment. Investing in yourself is one of the most important commitments you can make on the journey toward abundance and success. Jim Rohn often said formal education will make you a living, self-education will make you a fortune. This powerful statement highlights the difference between relying solely on traditional paths and taking full responsibility for your own growth and development. Investing in yourself means dedicating time, energy, and resources to expanding your knowledge, skills, mindset, and character. When you prioritize personal growth, you increase your capacity to create opportunities, solve problems, and generate value, qualities that directly translate into abundance in every area of life. The first aspect of investing in yourself is continuous learning. The world is constantly changing, and those who stay curious and open to new knowledge will always be ahead. Reading books, attending seminars, taking courses, and listening to inspiring content are all ways to feed your mind. Jim Rohn stressed that the book you don't read won't help, reminding us that the knowledge and ideas you absorb shape your actions and outcomes. Learning doesn't stop after school. It's a lifelong process that fuels innovation, creativity, and adaptability. Beyond just acquiring information, investing in yourself means developing your skills. Whether it's communication, leadership, technical expertise, or emotional intelligence, sharpening your skills increases your effectiveness and value in the marketplace. Skills are the tools that allow you to turn ideas into results. Jim Rohn said, "Your level of success will rarely exceed your level of personal development." This means that no matter how great your ambitions, your achievements are limited by your current capabilities. Growing your skill set opens doors to new opportunities and helps you stand out in any field. Another vital part of investing in yourself is working on your mindset. Success begins with the way you think about yourself and your possibilities. Jim Rohn believed that personal philosophy is the ultimate driver of achievement. The major key to your better future is you. Developing a positive, resilient, and growth-oriented mindset helps you navigate setbacks, overcome fear, and maintain focus on your goals. It requires you to challenge limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering ones. When you invest in your mental habits through reflection, meditation, or coaching, you build a foundation for sustained success. Character development is equally important. Integrity, discipline, perseverance, and humility are traits that create trust and respect. Jim Rohn taught that character isn't something you were born with and can't change, like your fingerprints. It's something you weren't born with and must take responsibility for forming. Investing in your character means holding yourself accountable, doing what's right even when it's difficult, and staying committed to your values. This builds a reputation that attracts opportunities and solid relationships, both essential for abundance. Time management is another key area where investing in yourself pays dividends. How you allocate your time determines how productive and fulfilled you will be. Learning to prioritize, set boundaries, and eliminate distractions allows you to focus on high-impact activities that move you closer to your goals. Jim Rohn emphasized, time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you cannot get more time. Treating your time as a precious resource and investing it wisely is a direct path to abundance. Physical health also deserves attention. Your body is the vehicle through which you experience and achieve your ambitions. Without energy and vitality, your potential remains untapped. Jim Rohn recognized this connection, saying, "Take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live." Investing in proper nutrition, exercise, rest, and stress management boosts your performance and mental clarity, enabling you to pursue your goals with vigor. Lastly, investing in yourself includes building relationships with mentors and peers who support your growth. Surrounding yourself with positive influences exposes you to new ideas, accountability, and encouragement. Jim Rohn highlighted the impact of association. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Seeking mentors who have achieved what you aspire to and peers who challenge you to be better accelerates your development and expands your vision. Ultimately, investing in yourself is the best investment you can make because it yields lifelong returns. It increases your value, expands your possibilities, and empowers you to create the life you desire. This commitment requires discipline and sacrifice, but pays off in the form of confidence, opportunity, and true abundance. When you make personal growth a priority, you unlock doors that lead to success in every area of your life. Giving generously is one of the most powerful ways to shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance and to create a flow of prosperity in your life. Jim Rohn often emphasized the principle that giving is better than receiving because giving starts the receiving process. This statement captures a profound truth about the laws of success and abundance. Generosity creates momentum. When you give freely, whether it's your time, resources, knowledge, or encouragement, you open the door to receiving more in return. It's not about expecting something back immediately or keeping score. It's about trusting that the universe rewards those who contribute genuinely and selflessly. At its core, giving generously breaks the mindset of lack. Scarcity thinking tells you to hold on tightly to what you have, fearing that if you share, you will lose. But generosity flips that fear on its head. It reinforces the belief that there is always more to come, that wealth and blessings are not finite but cyclical. When you give without hesitation or condition, you declare to yourself and the world that you trust in the abundance of life. This trust empowers you to take risks to help others and to create positive change, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. Generosity doesn't require grand gestures or massive donations. Sometimes the smallest acts of kindness or sharing can create the biggest ripple effects. It might be offering a word of encouragement, mentoring someone, sharing a useful idea, or volunteering your time. Jim Rohn understood that success is not just about what you accumulate, but about how much you contribute. He said, success is doing ordinary things extraordinarily well, and giving generously is one of those extraordinary habits that ordinary people often overlook. When you give, you also cultivate a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment. Giving connects you to something larger than yourself. It reminds you that your life has meaning beyond personal gain. This connection strengthens your emotional well-being and fuels your motivation to keep moving forward. It also builds relationships based on trust and goodwill, which are invaluable assets in any area of life. People are naturally drawn to those who are generous and authentic. And this attraction often leads to new opportunities, collaborations, and friendships. Another important dimension of giving generously is financial generosity. While money is just one form of wealth, how you handle it reflects your beliefs about abundance. Jim Rohn often encouraged people to develop the habit of tithing or consistently giving a portion of their income. This practice not only benefits others, but also trains your mind to view money as a tool for growth and contribution rather than a source of anxiety. When you give financially, you send a powerful message to your subconscious that you are a channel for wealth, not a victim of lack. Giving also teaches valuable lessons in humility and gratitude. It reminds you that no matter how much you have, you are part of a larger community where everyone has needs and gifts to share. This awareness keeps you grounded and prevents the arrogance or entitlement that can block true abundance. Jim Rohn's wisdom points out that character is doing the right thing when nobody's looking. Generosity is an expression of character. It's about doing what's right because it's right, not because of recognition or reward. Moreover, giving generously builds momentum in your life. There is a natural law that energy flows where attention goes, and giving focuses your attention outward, creating positive energy that circles back to you. Many successful people testify that their breakthrough moments often came after acts of giving, helping others without expecting anything in return. This cycle of giving and receiving creates a virtuous circle where abundance grows exponentially. Finally, giving generously expands your capacity to receive. When you hold back, you close off channels of opportunity and blessings. But when you give freely, you expand your heart and mind, making space for new abundance to enter your life. This expansion is a key element of Jim Rohn's philosophy. Success is not just about acquiring, but about growing as a person. The more you give, the more you grow, and the more you are able to achieve. In summary, giving generously is more than a nice thing to do. It is a strategic, transformative practice that shifts your mindset, builds relationships, strengthens character, and creates lasting abundance. By embracing generosity, you align yourself with the natural laws of prosperity and set into motion a powerful cycle of growth and fulfillment. Setting clear, purposeful goals and taking consistent action toward them is an essential step on the path to manifesting abundance and success. Jim Rohn often said, goals. There's no telling what you can do when you get inspired by them. There's no telling what you can do when you believe in them. And there's no telling what will happen when you act upon them. This highlights the transformative power of goals, not just as vague wishes, but as specific, measurable targets that give direction and meaning to your efforts. Without clear goals, your efforts can become scattered and unfocused. You may find yourself busy but not productive, moving in circles rather than forward. Setting purposeful goals creates a roadmap for your life. It tells you where you want to go and helps you measure your progress along the way. Jim Rohn emphasized that a goal without a plan is just a dream. Therefore, clarity about what you want and why you want it is critical. Your goals should be aligned with your values and vision for your life, because motivation flows naturally when your goals resonate with your deepest desires. One of the most important characteristics of effective goals is that they are specific. Saying, "I want to be successful," is vague and hard to act on. But saying, "I want to increase my income by 20% in the next 12 months," or "I want to complete a professional certification by June," gives you a clear target to aim for. This specificity allows you to create actionable steps and timelines, which are essential for consistent progress. Jim Rohn taught the value of writing down your goals because this simple act impresses them on your mind and commits you to action. Purposeful goals are also measurable and time-bound. When you set deadlines and criteria for success, you create a sense of urgency and accountability. This prevents procrastination and keeps you motivated even when challenges arise. Jim Rohn's advice was always to break big goals into smaller, manageable steps. This approach makes the process less overwhelming and allows for regular wins that build momentum. Each small victory fuels confidence and keeps you moving forward. Consistent action is the bridge between setting goals and achieving them. No matter how inspiring your goals are, they remain dreams without action. Jim Rohn famously said, "Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better." Taking daily steps, no matter how small, toward your goals develops discipline and builds habits that sustain long-term success. It's not the occasional big leap, but the steady, persistent effort that compounds over time and creates lasting results. Another key to purposeful action is adaptability. Sometimes your initial plan may not work out exactly as expected, and that's okay. Jim Rohn encouraged a mindset of learning and adjustment, reminding us that setbacks and failures are part of the journey. By staying flexible and open to new approaches, you keep your goals alive and attainable. Persistence combined with a willingness to learn from mistakes makes your efforts more effective and resilient. Goal setting and consistent action also cultivate focus. In a world full of distractions, the ability to concentrate your energy on what truly matters is a rare and valuable skill. Jim Rohn stressed that you cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. By clearly defining your goals, you change your direction and align your daily choices with your vision. This focus protects you from wasting time on trivial matters and increases your productivity. Moreover, setting purposeful goals and acting on them builds confidence and self-esteem. Each accomplishment, no matter how small, reinforces your belief in your abilities and motivates you to pursue bigger challenges. Jim Rohn said, "Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day." The discipline of goal setting and action taking becomes a powerful habit that transforms your life. Finally, clear goals provide clarity during times of uncertainty. When challenges or distractions arise, your goals act as an anchor, reminding you why you started and where you want to go. This clarity helps you make decisions aligned with your desired outcomes and avoid getting sidetracked. Jim Rohn's philosophy underscores that success is not accidental, but the result of deliberate choices guided by well-defined goals. In essence, setting clear, purposeful goals and committing to consistent action is the engine that drives your journey toward abundance. It creates focus, builds momentum, fosters discipline, and transforms dreams into reality. By embracing this principle, you empower yourself to shape your future and achieve meaningful success in any area of life. Maintaining a positive and resilient mindset is a cornerstone of manifesting abundance and overcoming the inevitable challenges on the path to success. Jim Rohn often highlighted that either you run the day or the day runs you, underscoring the critical importance of mental attitude in shaping your life's outcomes. A positive mindset doesn't mean ignoring difficulties or pretending everything is perfect. Rather, it means choosing to focus on possibilities, solutions, and growth, even when circumstances are tough. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, learn from failures, and keep moving forward with determination and hope. The foundation of a positive mindset is self-awareness. It starts with recognizing your internal dialogue, the thoughts you entertain and the beliefs you hold about yourself and the world. Negative self-talk and limiting beliefs can sabotage your progress before you even begin. Jim Rohn taught that the greatest challenge in life is to become who you really are. To do this, you must become aware of the stories you tell yourself and intentionally replace those that hold you back with empowering affirmations and beliefs. This mental shift creates a fertile ground for success to grow. Resilience grows when you adopt a growth mindset, the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. This concept, popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck, aligns perfectly with Jim Rohn's philosophy. He said, if you want to be successful, find someone who has achieved the results you want and copy what they do, and you'll achieve the same results. This shows that success is not fixed or reserved for a lucky few, but available to anyone willing to learn and persist. Viewing challenges as opportunities to improve rather than insurmountable obstacles empowers you to take risks and innovate. Another key aspect of maintaining a positive and resilient mindset is managing your emotional responses. Life's ups and downs can trigger frustration, fear, or discouragement, but your ability to regulate these emotions determines how well you navigate difficulties. Jim Rohn often emphasized emotional discipline, saying, learn how to be happy with what you have while you pursue all that you want. This balance between contentment and ambition keeps your spirit steady and focused, preventing negative emotions from derailing your progress. Building resilience also involves developing strong habits that support mental and physical well-being. Regular exercise, adequate rest, healthy nutrition, and mindfulness practices like meditation or journaling help you maintain clarity and calm under pressure. Jim Rohn understood that take care of your body, it's the only place you have to live, linking physical health with mental resilience. When you care for yourself holistically, you build the stamina necessary to endure challenges and sustain high performance. Surrounding yourself with a positive support system is another vital factor. The people you associate with influence your mindset profoundly. Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Choosing to spend time with optimistic, motivated, and supportive individuals nurtures your own positivity and resilience. These relationships provide encouragement, accountability, and perspective, helping you stay on track when obstacles arise. Cultivating gratitude is closely tied to maintaining a positive mindset. By regularly acknowledging and appreciating what you have, you shift your focus away from scarcity and lack. Gratitude rewires your brain to notice abundance rather than limitation, increasing your overall happiness and motivation. Jim Rohn's wisdom encourages this practice because it fuels the emotional energy needed to persevere. Resilience also requires a clear sense of purpose. When your goals and values are well defined, you have a why that sustains you through hardships. Jim Rohn advised, "The more you know, the less you need to say." This means that internal clarity reduces doubt and hesitation, making your path forward more certain. Purpose acts like a compass, guiding your decisions and actions with confidence. Finally, maintaining a positive and resilient mindset means embracing patience and persistence. Success rarely comes overnight, and the journey is often filled with setbacks. Jim Rohn's teaching that success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day reminds us that steady, consistent effort, combined with a hopeful outlook, creates lasting results. Resilience is the fuel that keeps the engine running when the road gets rough. In sum, nurturing a positive and resilient mindset equips you to handle adversity with grace, stay motivated through challenges, and create the mental environment where abundance can flourish. It is an ongoing practice that shapes your experience of life and determines the extent to which you can realize your dreams and potential. When you embrace the power of a positive and resilient mindset, you take control of your destiny and rise above the obstacles that life inevitably places in your path. This mental strength becomes the bedrock upon which every success is built, allowing you to navigate challenges with grace and determination. Remember, it's not the circumstances that define you, but how you respond to them. By cultivating optimism, emotional discipline, and unwavering persistence, you unlock a wellspring of inner resources that propel you forward. Like Jim Rohn said, your life does not get better by chance, it gets better by change. So choose to change your mindset, invest in your resilience, and watch as abundance and success unfold naturally in every area of your life.